something unusual seized their attention. It wasn't just a stray plank or a fragment of debris scattered by time. Instead, it appeared more like a structure, possibly human-made, perhaps ancient, and conceivably hiding something of enormous worth. As traces of gold were identified, the tantalizing possibility of long-buried treasure once again stirred hope. For centuries, Oak Island had defended its mysteries through ingenious traps, baffling puzzles, and countless heartbreaks, resisting every determined effort to unlock its hidden riches. Yet now, at Smith's Cove, a location long studied and speculated upon, the chance of finally reaching treasure seemed more real than ever. This significant find emerged in Season 10, Episode 15 of The Curse of Oak Island, making it one of the show's most riveting turning points. With Rick Lagina briefly stepping away for rest, the responsibility of continuing the dig was handed to Charles Barkhouse and geologist Terry Matheson, who concentrated their efforts on borehole DN 1.5. This borehole was positioned within the so-called treasure zone, an area rich in legend, gold traces, and mysterious subterranean air voids. Past surveys suggested that any cavity between 80 and 120 feet deep in this location could indicate treasure or deliberately constructed concealments. As the drill descended, resistance was encountered at a depth of 78 to 88 feet. This obstruction hinted at a potential underground chamber or tunnel. The drill operator soon confirmed what everyone hoped. Beneath the rods lay an open void. Though not a full cavern, it measured about 1.5 feet, possibly part of a corridor or gap in a larger construction. Rick and Marty Lagina were immediately called back to the site. Mike, the driller, explained how the rods had pierced through some kind of barrier before dropping into this hollow. Notably, the depth aligned with other previously documented voids at DN 2-12.5 and DN 13.5, suggesting a possible east-west passage beneath the island. When the core sample was retrieved, it revealed wood, solid, aged wood, entrenched in the surrounding soil. Terry Matheson noted that the size and texture were not typical of driftwood but seemed deliberately placed, potentially part of an old structure. A laboratory X-ray fluorescence test confirmed faint traces of gold in both the wood and borehole water. This discovery electrified the team, giving new life to the whispered tales of buried treasure. With the launch of Season 11, new clues surfaced from Lot 5, a promising section of the island. Among the soil, red pottery shards emerged, and analysis suggested they originated in the 1600s. This hinted at early European presence, possibly predating even the discovery of the money pit. If accurate, it would reshape Oak Island's timeline and reveal who might have possessed both the means and motives to bury treasure. Additional discoveries included ancient coins, notably a French denier from the 13th century, evidence that pointed toward French or even Templar involvement. Given the long-standing theory connecting the Knights Templar to Oak Island, these finds added significant weight to the legend of engineered tunnels and hidden wealth. Further excavations yielded metallic artifacts, a decorated strap, and what resembled a mining chisel. These objects suggested organized digging and construction, reinforcing the idea of deliberately created underground chambers. Attention soon shifted back to the money pit itself. New drilling hit wooden fragments at depths of 98 to 108 feet. Although these samples did not directly show gold or silver, they contained traces of palladium, a rare element linked to refining processes. This hinted that whoever worked on the island may have possessed advanced metallurgical knowledge and might have been refining precious metals on site before sealing them away. Exploration widened with fresh discoveries across Lot 5's shoreline. Iron artifacts began appearing, each one providing glimpses into the island's layered past. Gary Drayton conducted a metal detection sweep near the beach where archaeologists were already digging. The area revealed high metallic readings and corresponded to a circular anomaly mapped earlier. Gary speculated that this spot might once have served as a trading hub or unloading site for ships. As Peter Fornetti dug, Gary uncovered a long iron spike with a triangular head. He identified it as a cribbing spike, likely tied to shipbuilding or tunnel support, possibly centuries old. Shortly after, another iron piece was unearthed, featuring a large circular hole. Analysis suggested it resembled Spanish scissors from the 16th to 17th century, raising the possibility of early Spanish explorers on Oak Island. Adding to the intrigue, an ancient rectangular foundation was discovered on Lot 5. Constructed of rough stone rubble, it seemed out of place and archaic. Archaeologist Helen proposed it might have been built to enclose or mark something important, perhaps an entrance to a hidden chamber. The team also recovered creamware pottery dating to 1762 and fragments of a porcelain teacup once used by wealthy individuals or military officers, implying a military presence long before pirate treasure legends emerged. To peer deeper underground, the team deployed muon tomography, a high-tech scanning method using cosmic particles to detect density changes. Results revealed multiple anomalies, one 65 feet beneath the garden shaft, others at 112 and 230 feet, suggesting possible tunnels, chambers, or buried metals. In Episode 6, a metal wedge surfaced from shaft debris. Believed to be part of a tool from the 1700s, it strengthened theories that the island's original depositors had left behind clues. Excitement grew when a small lead object, first mistaken for a coin, was recovered from Lot 5. Further study revealed it was a 13th-century lead bag seal tied to J. Lloyd Parker and Company, a British firm linked to military provisioning. Its presence opened the possibility that Oak Island had once been a supply station, or something far more secret. Every nail, coin, and fragment added to the tapestry of Oak Island's enigmatic past. Though no single discovery proved the existence of vast treasure, together they hinted at centuries of human activity. Secret societies, military operations, and hidden wealth, all converging on this small patch of Nova Scotia. Season 11 pressed forward with the garden shaft, suspected of linking horizontally with the money pit. Sonar and seismic testing revealed organized voids, including a remarkable 230-foot deep corridor. Evidence increasingly suggested intentional excavation, underground tunnels designed either to hide treasure or to trap intruders. To access these areas safely, scaffolding was erected, and each descent produced new evidence: axe-marked beams, rope fragments, and a riveted metal plate. Metallurgical tests revealed a copper-zinc alloy uncommon in 18th-century North America, pointing toward European origin, possibly French or Spanish, aligning with earlier coin and pottery finds. Theorist Corjan Mole later proposed geometric alignments between the garden shaft, Lot 5, and several ancient stone markers. Drone and LiDAR scans confirmed a pentagonal formation, possibly intentional, which revived theories of Freemason or Templar design. Meanwhile, archaeologists uncovered a rock inscription that might hold runic or Latin script, weathered for centuries, and potentially marking territory or encoding a message. At Smith's Cove, attention returned to a buried wooden structure resembling an old pier or dock. Its crisscross timbers, secured with ancient spikes and waterproofed with clay, suggested it once supported heavy loads, perhaps treasure chests offloaded centuries ago. Radiocarbon dating of trapped fibers placed its construction in the late 1500s, long before the money pit's discovery. This aligned with legends of Spanish galleons and fleeing Templars. Oak Island, as always, remained a place of mystery and allure. Each artifact, whether wood, iron, or porcelain, added another thread to the tapestry. The legend was no longer simply about gold. It had become about the convergence of civilizations, explorers, and secret societies, all bound to this enigmatic island. Even as modern technology advanced, the mystery refused to yield easily. Yet Rick, Marty, Gary, and their team pressed forward, convinced that every clue brought them one step closer to uncovering Oak Island's enduring secret.